Yeah, here we go. All right. This is, hey YouTube, that's how they start. This is our first video kind of thing, demonstration. We're going to, and then who's this for?
This is for Molly, Maya, and Tim.
Right. These, my cousin Tim, we grew up playing this really old game back in the days of DOS, pre-Windows kind of stuff. It was called Civilization. Sid Meier's Civilization. And it's a game of world conquest, low-res kind of stuff, but we played it for days and days and days. It was addictive. Well, we found it recently. They make a DOS emulator. And Tim will already recognize the picture behind us here of the world map. This is the exact image of that comes from the game. So when you play Civilization, you are trying to control this entire world. You might start as the French. Let me bring it up in a browser here, right size, so we can zoom in. You might start as the French, and you move your little units, your settlers, and your armies diagonally or across, step by step. Meanwhile, the Zulus and the Russians and everyone else, they're computer enemies, and they're coming in to get you. And so Simon and I have been playing this, and is it addictive?
Yes.
Have you made it to the space race yet? And
No, I have not.
You can make a rocket and get off the planet.
That's how the game ends.
Yeah, you have about a 6,000 year window to accomplish all of this. It's a game of building up achievements. In order to make a chariot, you need to know how to make a wheel. In order to make a wheel, you need to understand invention. And so you slowly build up all of these achievements over time. And so Tim remembers that. It's pretty awesome. So we're going to have a bunch of links down in the description below to say where you can get the game, where you can get this map, where you can get this chart that shows you how you get stuff in Civilizations. Si, do you remember any of this stuff?
Yes.
So talk about some of these things and why they're important.
Let's see. So the trireme unit, which comes from map making, is very useful in that you can sail it across the seas to other continents and discover many other civilizations.
But you can't do that right at first.
No, you cannot. You must discover the secrets of the alphabet.
Right. And so these charts will show you everything that comes first.
Which goes to map making, which goes to the trireme unit.
Yeah. And so, Tim, you remember these charts. We had them printed out and taped up on the wall and everything. Well, what we also found, and we're going to have it in the description below, is the original manuals. We've got the PDFs here. That's all right. We got the PDFs online of all the original manuals that discuss, hey, how do I get an automobile? Well, you need combustion and you need steel before you can get that. And we've got a link here that goes right to page 76 of the manual that lists all of these advances. And well, this, I don't know if this will let me zoom in a little bit, but nah. You'll see when you get this. You can zoom in and see exactly what you need to get any of these things. Oh, there you go. I don't know how to use computers. So to get banking, you already need an understanding of trade and the republic. But once you do get banking, your people will be richer. They can invest money in, they can get a marketplace, and they can manage their wealth better. And your whole empire will grow better if you understand stuff like that. The important thing of showing you this document, the manual, and going to the copy protection part of it. Tim, you might remember this. In the old game, they wanted to make sure that people weren't pirating the game. And so only people with the original manual could actually play the game, because a few years into playing, years in the game, not years in real life, a screen will come up and it said, prove that you're a real owner of this game. Do you know how to get genetic engineering?
Or do you know how to get horseback riding? Or do you know how to get ceremonial burial?
So you'd have to, only if you have the manual would you be able to look that up and say, oh, gunpowder comes from invention and ironworking. So that's why we're giving you these resources. All right, Sai, should we show them how to install all this?
Yes.
All right.
So, first you should go to the Chrome web store, which is this right here. And in the little search bar, search up DosBox, DOSBox, and this should come up. Now we've already installed this, so that's why it has a little banner here that says added. And so what you normally do is you would click on the button that would be here, and it would instantly download to your Chrome apps right here.
Yeah, you've got a background that makes it hard to see, but you have that's okay. You've got all those apps in there, and I think Molly and Maya do that. They've got a PC and they use the Chrome browser, I think, and so you can install apps this way. It's not like installing a real program to your computer. It's part of your Google apps that you execute through your browser. And if we didn't make this clear, the reason why you're looking up DOSBox and not a program called Civilization is because
Civilization is not compatible with these newer computers. So you need to install this DOSBox emulator in order to run these older programs. And with this DOSBox emulator you can run many other
that's right.
programs as well that have been gone for a very long time.
The Oregon Trail. There's these games that Tim and I grew up with. You manage the trek across to the Oregon Trail, and your wagon train could be attacked by Indians or something like that. There's a bunch of old DOS games. You run a lemonade stand, or there's all these. They're pretty cool, retro but cool. So let's take them into DOSBox. Let's launch ours and show them what it looks like. Ta-da!
Okay. When you click on the DOSBox icon in your Google Apps, this is what will appear.
It looks scary.
And what you, well...
Yeah, at first this is like nothing, right? This is just a DOS window, but so what? I don't have any DOS games, so I can't run anything. And that's right. At first, you could come in here and you could try to do stuff. You could like say, hey, what's in my directory here? dir, and you run a directory. But if you don't have Civilization loaded yet, you've got nothing in your directory because it's a virtual machine. It's like a virtual desktop that's just DOS, but there's nothing in there. There's no programs. We've got Civilization in here, and we're going to show you how to do that. First, you got to download the Civilization zip file. Let's take you over there. All right.
And so there will be a link to this page in the description. This is the Best Old Games website, and they allow you to download Civilization. So you scroll down a bit, press the download button, and it'll bring up this other page. You scroll down a little bit again, and press this second download button. And this will install it on your computer right here. And then...
Okay, and we have a cameo here. Creamy has come to say hi to Molly and Maya.
Oh, hi. I didn't know who I was talking to.
We want special guests in our podcast.
Sure.
Oh, we have another special guest.
I'm like, where did she go?
Want to say hi to your daughters?
Hello, daughters. This is a great game, and we need to go through and do this installation because it is not only addictive, but you know it's different than the games that you guys play right now. It'll blow your minds.
Correct.
Ask your dad; he knows.
All right, and it's dinner time, so we're going to finish this video right now, but we'll finish it quickly.
All right.
All right. Thanks for visiting.
Sure.
All right. Simon downloaded the Civilization zip file. And what you gotta do is go unzip it somewhere. You make a folder for it on your hard drive, and oh yeah, you want to just slide that over the browser window there so they can see it. Great.
There you go.
We downloaded a Civilization zip file right here, and when you extract it, you can put it anywhere you want on your computer. And so we made a folder for it. What you're going to do then is go back to DosBox, and you've got to teach DosBox where your Civilization folder is. You've taken that zip file and you've extracted it. It's a folder on your computer now. The way you do that is this little yellow question mark down in the bottom right.
Oh, I don't think they can see it because of our webcam. I think it's in the way.
Oh.
Thanks.
You want to temporarily?
There you go.
Yeah. Great,
Okay.
Si.
So this little golden question mark here, if you click on it, it will bring up this page.
Yep, and all you have to
And-
do is click this first link, import local directory to the C drive. What you're doing here, now I want you to slide that up into view. Hopefully
So
that
this
works.
will bring up this little folder here.
You can see we made a folder called DOS games, and this is where
Yes.
we installed Civilization. When we unzipped that zip file, we made it inside a
this
folder
one.
called DOS games. And what we're saying is that this DOS box, this emulator, should treat this as its C drive, the root. This is the home. And so you just hit OK, and now when you run DOSBox, I think originally it opens to some sort of Z drive. That's weird. Now when you run DOSBox, it'll open to your new C drive, which is just, it goes right to your Civilization folder. That's your new home.
And now it's all set up.
Yep. So what we do is we have to go into that folder. So there's certain DOS commands.
So we do
Let me type that on the screen. CD.
CD.
That means change directory.
3, and then space capital CIV, which stands for Civilization. Press Tab.
Yeah, and DOS, I don't know if Tim remembers this. When you type something, you can just type it a little bit, partially. And if you hit Tab, DOS will spell the rest of it for you. It'll say there's only one thing in this directory called CIV, and Tab will spell out the rest of it for you so you don't have to. We'll hit Enter. Now we've changed directory, CD. We changed directory into our folder, and we can see the contents of that new
press
folder.
Enter. Wait.
I think it's freezing on us.
Oh.
Hold on 1 second. Uno
Just
momento.
1 bit. Just a tapping.
We are going to get this working. Whoa! This is our first video. Alright. Oh, I'm going to slide it over here because we're getting technical difficulties. There we go.
Okay.
Let me get into it real quick here.
Oh no. Whoops. Sorry. Let me go back up. And.
There we go.
Sorry.
We're back on track. We've downloaded DOSBox through the Chrome Web Store. We've downloaded the Civilization zip file and installed it somewhere on our computer. And we've taught DOSBox, that little yellow question mark, that our Civilization folder should be our C drive in this DOSBox. And so now we've got it. So we can go that folder, get into the folder, and we just type, here we go, moment of truth, CIV to launch the program.
Enter. And it will take a little bit after you've pressed enter for it to load. So just be patient. And it should load.
It usually doesn't take this long.
Usually
Something's,
not.
no, something's amiss. I wonder if it's all the browser windows we've got open. I don't know. Oh,
There
yeah,
we
you're right,
go.
Si. It was just taking a while.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
Tim, ready? Moment of truth.
So
We're gonna
press 1 and then 4
I like
for
4.
this second one. And this one you have the choice. 1, mouse and keyboard, allows you to control all of your things with the mouse and the keyboard. Keyboard only, I think is a little harder to control, especially going diagonally.
Oh, yeah.
But if you press 1, you can move it either way with the mouse or the keyboard or both.
We recommend that.
Yes.
Yeah. Click.
And once you've done that, it will load.
Tim, do you hear that music? Uh-oh, what have we done?
Whoopsie. That's not supposed to happen.
Da, da, da. And the whole universe comes scrolling in. And you can get past these opening credits by hitting the space bar.
Yes.
Get up here. Go for it. All right. And the only other thing we're going to tell you is, because now you can just play the game like normal. You've done it. You've installed the DOS environment. You've got Civilization. There's a mouse cursor there. It's a little torch. It will not sync up with your mouse necessarily. We had to figure this out. If you hit Alt and Enter.
So, hold down Enter. The screen should flash a little bit. And then your normal mouse right here, you need to sync it up with this Civilization torch mouse.
I don't know if we can turn that down. Oh, we gotta turn it down right here. Hold on a second. Right here. There we go. Yeah, the thing is, Alt-Enter will make your mouse either attach itself to DosBox or not. And so you can free up your mouse so you can float it around anywhere on
Like
the screen.
this.
And as soon as you get it over that little torch, then you
Press-
Alt-Enter again. And now your mouse is locked in.
Whoops. Wait a minute. Oh no.
There we go.
Here we go.
Now your mouse is locked in with their mouse, with the Civilization mouse. And you can control the whole game. You can click on Earth.
But there is one little glitch. The mice will not hook up unless your Civilization window is not full screen. So you cannot play this game full screen in best quality.
That's right. That's the best
It's
important tip.
It's very hard to play it.
Keep it small.
In full screen.
Keep it the original size that it pops up on. You're going to want to make it full screen. Don't, because you won't be able to sync up your mouse.
But you can make the screen a little bigger for a little bit more comfort if you lower your resolution to minimum.
That's true. Yeah, then the DOSBox window looks bigger
Yes.
because you've made your screen size, the resolution, smaller.
Yes. And the mice will still hook up.
Yep. And so the ladies are calling us to dinner, but I can't help but show you the first screen. So this will get you addicted all over again just to see how it goes.
And here we go. So you can choose what you are. You can be the chieftain, the warlord, the prince, the king, or the emperor.
I still play on chieftain level because I'm
Yes.
a baby.
But the chieftain level is still pretty.
Yeah, it's challenging. Go
Yes.
click on that. Let's get them through.
And you can choose how many civilizations there are in all. So if you choose 7 civilizations, that's 6 other civilizations that are against you. But 3, there's only 2 others that are against
Start
you.
with 3. It's a challenging
Yes.
game.
Very challenging. You can pick your tribe.
French! Who do you like to be, Si?
I like to be Russian usually.
What? What? Yeah, Russian's good. They have a lot of land.
And then, oh, whoops.
That's okay. You can pick your own name, or they just give you Stalin. They give you a historic name. And every place starts out with certain information. This guy has irrigation, mining, bronze working. They already know about those things, so you don't have to wait to develop that knowledge. And then here we go. They're going to give us the opening screen. You have one settler unit to start with. You get to explore the world, find out where you want to start your first town.
And this is my little settler unit. Right here. And this over here is what we like to call a goody hut. It's a big surprise. You can either get money, you could get an advanced tribe in there, and you could find an advanced tribe that will give you knowledge of steps in the future, or you could find barbarians living inside the goody hut.
Say it ain't so.
All sorts of different things, and you move around with the right click. If you right click
you
on
can
a
use
square,
your arrow keys on the keyboard,
Yes.
but sometimes diagonal is hard to do it on the keyboard, so we like to use our right click on the mouse to especially
Yeah.
move diagonal.
and so if we
Yeah, see what's
click
in it.
on a goody hut, 50 coins.
Woo!
And if you want to attack someone or something, you just move on to their square, their unit.
Okay, go show them the orders menu because that's all they need
Oh
to know.
yes, orders. So in this menu, whatever unit, you can have many different units.
So this is the settler, and we want to
Yes.
found a new city.
So you click B, as it says here.
That's one of the main things a
to-
settler unit does.
Found a new city. There we go.
Moscow.
And now,
All right.
Moscow founded in 3,820.
This is all we can show you for now because we got to go to eat. But Tim will remember this game. It'll come back to him fast, and you guys will be addicted for the rest of your lives.
Yes.
In a good way.
In-
Oh my
in a good
gosh.
way.
All right. Thanks for watching our video. Hope it works. If you have any questions, let us know.
Okay.
What do we say at the end of our videos? We haven't decided.
This was Simon and Joe on our YouTube
Premiere?
Premiere. Hope
Keep-
you